Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for being here, and please, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We want to turn this channel into a family effort and can only do so with your help. When the Idaho 4 Brian Koberger case broke, I and many others felt that if Brian Koberger was the perpetrator, then surely it could not have been his first time. Usually, there is a type of an escalation. Usually, things start with petty crimes, abuse of pets or animals, and escalates to where we are now with, for instance, the Idaho 4 case. Because of that assumption, I did a scan and a short series of murders, abductions, and unsolved crimes in the Pennsylvania area over the past 10 years. I could, however, not find anything one could even remotely link to Brian Koberger. Of course, that does not mean that he hasn't done anything. We know, for instance, that he stole his sister's cell phone, but he could have done other things, and it just wasn't reported. We don't know, and will likely never know. But what about Richard Allen? I decided to go and have a look, but before I talk about that, let's talk about this. Richard Allen moved to Delphi, Indiana in 2006 and has lived in the same house since then. Richard Allen, or Rick as he was known to locals, lived in Mexico, Indiana before he moved to Delphi. He has a clean record and only has 3 traffic violations in 20 years. And he paid all his fines on time. Now, Delphi and Mexico are both small towns. Delphi has a population of approximately 2,970 people. Mexico, Indiana, has about 1,280 people. But neighboring Mexico, Indiana is Peru City with a population of 11,070 during the 2020 census. And the reason why I am mentioning Peru City is because that is where Richard Allen met Keegan Kline. Now, Keegan Kline has never been charged in the Delphi murders, but he was linked to the crime through a fictitious Instagram account which had been in contact with Liberty German the night before she was killed. Of course, Keegan pleaded guilty to multiple charges related to child pornography. Because Keegan, however, pleaded out, there was no trial, and thus we do not know exactly what his role was in the murders of Abby and Liberty. And we won't know unless it is brought up in Richard Allen's trial. Richard Allen, however, also knew Ron Logan, who was not only a suspect in the murders of Abby and Libby, but their bodies were also found on his land. However, listening to others, I find it rather ludicrous that this is given any significance because not only is Delphi a small town, but Richard Allen also worked at CVS as a licensed pharmacy technician. Richard Allen and his wife were also regulars at the now closed JC's bar, where Richard Allen liked to play pool. So it would be even more strange had him and Ron Logan never ran into each other in 17 years. However, drawing records on murders and disappearances in and around Mexico, Peru, and Delphi, Indiana, it comes as a huge, huge surprise to actually see the long, and I mean very long list of murders, disappearances, and unsolved cases in Miami County, the county in which Mexico is located, and Carroll County, in which Delphi finds itself. But looking for anything which could possibly be linked to Richard Allen, the first thing which pops up is an unsolved case in neither county, but one out of Evansdale, Iowa. Lyric Cook Morrissey, 10 years old, and her cousin, Elizabeth Collins, 8, disappeared on July 13, 2012, and their remains were found approximately 5 months later on December 5, 2012, in Bremer County in the Seven Bridges Wildlife Park. Now, authorities are saying that they doubt that there is any connection between the Iowa case and the one in Delphi. But as far as I can see, they are basing this solely on the distance between Delphi and Evansdale, which is just over 400 miles, which to me is no reason at all. Serial killers are known to travel long distances in search of the ideal victim. The similarities between the two crimes are so many that it is almost hard to believe that the same person was not responsible for both cases. Both crimes took place on the 13th, Abby and Libby on Monday, 13th of February, and Elizabeth and Lyric on Friday, the 13th of July, 2012. In both cases, two young girls, friends. In the case of Lyric and Elizabeth, they were friends and cousins, were out having fun in a relatively rural area. It took a long time before Abby and Libby's cause of death was released, but it appears that they were stabbed, as autopsy reports show that their wounds were caused by a sharp object. To date, the cause of death for Lyric and Elizabeth has not been released. Although there had been a number of suspects in the murders of Lyric and Elizabeth, none actually turned out to be the true killer, and the case remains unsolved to this day. There are, however, other cases in and between Delphi, Mexico, and Peru that I would want us to look at together. Elizabeth and Lyric are definitely not the only ones or the only similar cases, but I'll leave the other cases for later videos. So, until then, please take good care of yourselves and each other. Bye.